We're back. The Amish Matchmaker here. Love Talk with the Amish Matchmaker, where we help Amish singles to find godly spouses, create epic marriages, and develop legacy that is rooted in faith, freedom, and above all else, love. That's what we do. And I'm grateful to be here this morning. Back to talk about relationships, of course. And one of the things we're going to talk about is roles and responsibilities of the home. I'm going to continue that conversation we were having. But as you jump on here, just give me a shout out. Let me know you're here, you're present. I'd love to know you're here. Been wondering what's happening with the streaming live lately. There was been a glitch or something. So it's good to be here and check it out. So if you're here, let me know. I appreciate it when people acknowledge the fact that they are here. It's good. So we can know what's happening. All right. So I'm checking it as well to see if it's live. Looks like there is a live feed going right now. So good. YouTube is live and Facebook is live. So as you get on here, say hello. So I know that you're alive. So good. I'm not alone. That's all good. The 5 o'clock crew, right? Good morning to you. 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm super grateful when people join me because I know it's early, but I also know that's what we do. We get up, we get going, we get her done. And so that's how we get her done. We start early and go strong. Today, as we're talking about the roles and responsibilities of the home, I want to talk to singles about it and keep flowing with this. How do you know who to yoke to, and what does that mean to understand the roles and responsibility and start to what can you do now to be a blessing to your future spouse? Because that's important. Good morning. It's a great day. Thanks for joining me, Michiana Picker. There we go. Are you on a jog today? Do you do early morning jogs? It's cold out there. All right. Roles and responsibilities of the home. Why is that important to know it and to understand it, even at such a young age? What's that about? Or even when you're single, men. What does that have to do with matching up, or what does that have to do with finding love, keeping love, and making it epic? Well, it's because if you understand these things, you can begin to walk it out even in your dating life and begin to do things that show that you are the kind of guy that is safe and trustworthy in a relationship and that is marriage material. You know, that's oftentimes what happens is a lot of people don't realize how important it is to set the tone in the beginning and to be able to connect in the beginning, have the skills of connection. Good morning. Welcome. Jesse. Glad that you're here. So grateful for you, Jesse. It's a great morning, great day, and good to see you. And good to have you here supporting you in the Michiana Picker. If I'm saying that right, Mr. Ken and Lamar and all of you watching replay. It's good to hear from you too when you're watching the replay. You let me know it's replay or you're live. It's always good. And I will post the comments too, by the way. I like showing comments just to show there is interaction and show people that we are live and in person. And it is good. It's good to have that interaction. Good to have people asking questions too. I am the Amish matchmaker. My wife and I together are the Amish matchmakers, and we have a reputation of matching people up. And about 80% of our clientele in that world of matching up have been Amish, of Amish descent or Anabaptist descent. So that's how we got our reputation, got known for the Amish matchmakers. And yes, about 30 plus clients over the past 5 years. We were just doing like a review of the last 5 years coming into 2026. We're like, wow, look at this. Over 30 couples, sorry, over 30 couples. So 60 people that we have helped directly in mentorship and bringing them together and then coaching them through the process. And even some of them, we facilitated their weddings. Um, but yeah, it's been a beautiful journey of matching people up and watching them create epic marriages and epic lives. So that's what we're here in the mornings to discuss, is to connect with you. Yo, yo, yo. Is connect with you and answer questions, help you in your relationships, and then bring some topics to the table. You know, like what we've been, this week's discussion is kind of centered around roles and responsibility of the husband, roles and responsibility of the wife, and who created those roles and responsibility. Where did that come from? How do you know what they are, and what made you think they are what they are? What do you believe and why? It's really the question. And so interaction is great. Love to hear from you. And then, even today, I want to talk to you about why this matters for singles. This is kind of the singles edition about roles and responsibility and how to build together. We talked about the yoke, same direction, same pace, shared weight, and this is still the truth, even for singles, how important it is to have that goal and that focus in relationship and where you're going. That's why we work with people on identity. So then they can also recognize identity in others and see that fit in the match that starts to take place. But again, I'll tell you the fastest way that you can get results is actually going to a community that we recommend. And this community has been developed by one of our clients that we helped develop. They're one of our first clients, actually, why we got our reputation. Jesse and Adina Kaufman. Jesse is of Amish descent and culture, still speaks Dutch fluently, and his parents are still Amish. Uh, by religion, even Buggy Amish. He is not Buggy Amish anymore. Again, we talk about in religion and Christianity, there's levels of a conservative type religion, right? Same in Amish. So um, Jesse is no longer riding in a buggy. He's no longer, he drives a vehicle. He flies, he taps into technology. And so we're super blessed that he is leading the charge for singles. And he has a private school group that has a subscription base, but it's so worth it. And Chantel and I have given our content and our information about creating Epic to him and his wife, and they're using it, running with it, and developing others with that. And it's powerful. It's the best community, I believe, on the planet. It's actually the community when we do a select few people that we work with to help match them up, because we are matchmakers, Chantel and I. You are required to be in this community because it's important that you have a goal and a strategy and skills, and that you're developing those skills and strategies as a single person. There's no better place on the planet to do that than in that community, single to married, on school, SKOOL. If you're interested, message me and I'll send you the link to join. But it is a school, matter of fact, is the fastest growing educational platform on the planet. It is amazing. And so by far one of the best communities to be a part of, but specifically, if you're single, go over there to single to married. I'm telling you, the skills you'll learn there, the community working and growing together and developing those skills will help you to get engaged very quickly. That's the goal. That's the target. That's the focus. And working on is probably not what you think, because you got to work on those skills of confidence, skills of connection, skills of commitment, the 3 C's of love, the 3 C's of intimacy, as we call it. It's a powerful process, and there is a matchmaking strategy and process over there as well. And by the way, if you are single, you can join their community for a 7-day trial, free trial, to check it out. No risk, really. And tomorrow night, Chantel and I will be sharing. They've asked us to speak, and typically we will come and speak in their on their platform and in their community, and we tell our secrets. We tell all. Amish Matchmakers tell all on how we were able to help singles to match up and get engaged in 12 weeks or less. We've done it many times. You would think if we did it once or twice that maybe it's kind of just a random thing. But I would say that out of our 30 clients that we helped to match up in the last 5 years, I would say at least 27, 26 of them were probably in 12 weeks or less. Now, I need to verify that to be exactly accurate, which I know a lot of people are very accurate, and I want to be. I just don't know exactly. I'd have to find out. Jesse and I would probably have to go through those names and numbers and go, yeah, they got married in this amount, this amount, this amount, and it's fun. It's fun to see that. Some of them got married very quickly. Some of them, or excuse me, got engaged very quickly. And that's the thing, is like, that's what our guarantee is, even when we match people up. If you want to match up, if you want that help and you want to match up quick and efficiently, we do have a less than 12 weeks guarantee. If someone, it's not for the faint of heart, got to do the work. You got to plug into that community. So if you want to plug in and do it yourself and kind of work on it and see what you can accomplish, it's a powerful community and they're doing great things over there. Jess and Adina Kaufman at single, the number 2, married at school.com. Check it out. And I'll tell you, lots of great people in that community. And so, with that said, let's talk about the yoke. Let's get into this. What we talked about has been the yoke, which when you think of the yoke, I want you to understand that most of you probably get a picture of, I guess, depending on your background, but most of you are probably thinking about the religious term where it says unequally yoked and that it's a spiritual thing. And you shouldn't be married to non-Christians or dating non-Christians or having a relationship with non-Christians. I don't agree. I think that's very surface level type stuff. And I actually don't agree with that. And I actually then will challenge you, like, what does that mean? Because so many different levels of Christians and oh my goodness. Anyways. But we believe a better definition of the yoke and what actually the Father meant for that when he was describing that in the Bible, talking about that for marriage, talking about that for a relationship with him as a father. Like it's all over the place, and working with, partnering with people, that it means about the yoke is same direction, same pace, same weight, that you're working together in tandem, in synchronicity. So I want to talk about this practice and the understanding of it. And what are real roles and responsibility? Who made these rules of roles and responsibilities? And then because your future marriage will be built on what you both carry and will be successful if you learn to get into synchronicity together and carry this load together of life. It doesn't then feel like a load anymore. It feels like an epic life. Yes, I mean that. It's real. And so it's super powerful to have that. Um, and tomorrow, we're going to talk more about this. Tomorrow night, even a special event in Single to Married group where Chantel and I we'll go through our step-by-step process of how we help people to get engaged in less than 12 weeks. There is a secret sauce. There's a strategy. There's a system that's very powerful and very purposeful. You want that system. You want that strategy. You want the workbooks and things that go with it to help you get there. And the step-by-step procedure, well, it's going to be in Epicure Live, or excuse me, in Single to Married group tomorrow evening. You can join and watch and learn the secret. And it has a 7-day free trial for absolutely free. Seriously, check it out. It's worth it. Okay. Roles are not about who is better or who can do more. Roles are about order and peace and synchronicity and connection and affection and love. A healthy home is actually a team. Now, I don't know if you've played sports or if you're familiar with sports, but it is amazing. Potentially, I know a lot of our clientele have played volleyball or ping pong. It's very big in the Amish culture. I found that out and I was like, wow, and they're good. Like volleyball, wow. Seriously, I've seen some amazing players come from the Amish culture that play volleyball and softball, actually. But let's talk about team sports. Healthy home is like a team, and singles need to choose someone who can actually connect with them, get into sync with them, on the same page, same mission, same direction, same pace, same weight, willing to carry the weight together, willing to yoke up. There's a certain level of commitment that comes with that, and that's what I would also define the yoke as is commitment. A lot of singles get into relationships and they don't have an understanding of what commitment truly is. I truly believe if you were to describe love with one word, my word would be commitment. It really would. Because that's what stands the test of time. That's what is long term. It's not short term. It's not flash in the pan. It's not emotions. It's not, oh, I feel so in love. I'm so in love with you today. And then tomorrow, I hate you. Like, no, it's like consistent commitment is truly what I would describe love as. And so when you're looking at roles and responsibilities of a healthy marriage, why is that important to then talk about that and look at that for singles? Because what you practice, what you create habits for, is what you will become and what you will create in a long term relationship of marriage. So it's important that we learn what commitment is and that we learn how to yoke with someone. Man, I'm talking to you. You are stubborn. You think you got it figured out and you think the woman's supposed to follow you. That is not true. It is a yoking process. Again, I understand there are things in the Bible talk about men being, leading spiritual head. I think it's more about physiology and protection that God created us and designed us to be able to withstand the storm a little bit stronger when it comes to our physiology. However, roles and responsibilities are not necessarily based on physiology. It's based on mindset. It's based on your confidence. It's based on your ability to communicate well and be committed. When you're confident you can communicate well, your commitment is going to fall into place as well. You're more likely to do it. All right, marriage isn't romance. Marriage is partnership with purpose. Marriage is commitment, true commitment for the long term. And I realize some of you are struggling even just to find someone to date, or you maybe even believe that dating isn't appropriate or good or beneficial. I'm here to tell you that it is part of the process. It is part of the process of connection and discovering that love and affection, and then working on connection and growth of a relationship. It's progress. I believe in it. I think it's beneficial. Again, my dating might not look like yours though, because I believe in honor. I believe in connection. I believe in getting to know someone before, and then having a level of commitment that raises, and then what the world calls dating. And I don't believe in sex outside of marriage. Again, I'm not going to condemn you, shame you, or call you out because you are. Excuse me, because you might be living with a girl or living with a woman, and you're like, that's not what this is about. This is about helping you to understand that you can get married, that you can have the confidence and communicate well to get committed, because this is a powerful part of the process. And I do believe in it, and I want to encourage you in that. So every home has some responsibilities. If you're single, it would be very wise to understand this and learn this, that every home has responsibilities and roles and things that we got to carry out, things that we got to do. And men, you need to understand this, and you should be doing these things now in your life, in recognizing that you need to design your life that a wife or woman would want to join you in, that you're being responsible, even that you're not freaking playing video games all the time. I'm sorry, that does not make for a good marriage. It doesn't, but it's real. Or doom scrolling constantly. That, social media has your full attention 6, 8 hours a day. Besides work, you're on your phone all the time. That doesn't create an epic marriage or an epic life. It just doesn't. Now, again, is it okay to have fun? Yes. Please have fun. Please enjoy things like, having a time to play video games, having a time to exercise, having a time to do your recreational things and things that you enjoy and love doing and having fun with. But to make it, your priorities are proven by where you put your time and your focus and your effort. And some of y'all just work and then come home and play video games. Like, again, you are not going to develop a successful family, relationship, legacy, and marriage by playing video games all the time. It's real. Just had to say it. Where are you spending your time? That's what you value most. I'm sorry, you may tell me, no, I love her and I love spending time with her and I want to have kids someday and have a family and a relationship, but yet you play 3 to 4 hours of video games every day? How does that equal that? I don't know. Besides work, you're like, well, I focus on work and I'm just tired. I come home and I just want to unwind. And that's how I unwind. I binge watch television shows and series, or I play video games for 2 to 3 hours because that's how I like. That's fine. You can say stuck in that. And I'm sorry, it's not gonna benefit you. It's not gonna create an epic life. It's not gonna create an epic marriage. Just not that. To create and design an epic life, create and design epic marriage and relationship that develops into epic, it takes work, it takes effort, it takes commitment, and your commitments are proven by your where you put your time. It just is. So with that said, I'm going to go over these quickly. Let me check in before I go over these things. That every home has weights or things that we carry. um, let's see, some of these. Okay. All right. I support your journey. Religion is evidence that humanity is still. Interesting. All these comments have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. But if you do put a comment that happens to be what I'm talking about, a question or your interaction, I'll be glad to show it. I appreciate those good comments. Appreciate the interaction. So those of you that are here supporting this channel and that you have liked and subscribed to this channel, please know that your questions are a priority. If you have questions or comments, it'd be great to work on those together for sure. Okay. So, oh, I know what I needed to do. Stand by, stand by. Let me look. I have a client that I work with. Let's see. And I need to confirm whether or not we're meeting up this morning for our appointment. But let me give you some things that you need to recognize and know that are in your future, and to start being responsible for and learning these things even as a single person. Men, for you singles out there, faith and values is a weight or a thing or decisions or things that you will come together on as a couple that you want to determine as you're designing your life. So do you know what you believe and why? Do you? What do you believe and why? What are your values? And understanding that, like, what is your spiritual beliefs? What is your role, or where do you want to go to church? Where is it that you want to plug into some sort of religious organization? I love our church, Church of the Grove here in Social Circle, and Pastor Nathan, and good friends with him. And he's a brilliant man, has great message, and teaches good solid word, very practical in the application of the word of God, the Bible. And so I'm very grateful for that. It is a non-denomination church. So do you know what you believe and why, and even what church you want to go to or what religion you want to be a part of? and how you want to raise your children, how you want to connect with your wife, and what do you like? Do you like worship? What kind of music do you like in the religious organization? And you know, again, I enjoy even our church because of the community aspect of it, and even here at Epic Your Life, as our we have a community, and we love to go on deep dives in the Word, and to help people to see their connection to the Father and connection to each other. Like that's what we do, and we help people in business. And his creation code is a book we're writing about the skills and strategies it takes to develop a successful business or successful life, successful marriage. Like that's his creation code. So again, faith and values is a key component. What about provision and stewardship? Like, who do you have the skills and understanding of your finances and cash flow? And are you going to just work an hourly job? Are you going to be an entrepreneur? And are you an entrepreneur and creating cash flow with side hustles or gigs or developing a company? Like, what is it you like to do? And then how do you handle your finances? Are you aware of, how important it is to have your things in order, your finances in order, and your payments and things on top of payments, and making sure that you're you have cash flow, you have income, and that you're paying your bills. Like being responsible in that way and chipping away at that debt if you have debt, or being faithful and consistent with the finances that God gives you, being a good steward and in the level and understanding of provision. That's a weight. That's something you're going to have to deal with in your life. And if you're dealing with it as a single person and learning the skills in that, that's highly beneficial. Excuse me, and a good contribution that you can contribute to a relationship. Someone that your wife would want to follow, a future wife would follow. All right. Protection and peace. Do you exercise? Are you strong? Do you have strength? Do you have understanding, knowledge, and wisdom to be able to protect your family? Whether it's using, your hands, your fists, and maybe it's family self-defense, or understanding how to use and defend your family with a weapon and defend yourself, right? And protect yourself, protect others. What does that look like? Do you understand how to do that and what to do? Literally, are you familiar with that? And the safety of keeping your family safe and awareness, and like all these things matter, that you can again protect your future spouse, protect a girl that you want to date, or protect someone that your girl that you're engaged to. You have confidence that you can protect your family, protect your wife, future wife, protect yourself. Like, it's a confidence thing, but it's also having the knowledge and understanding of how to do that, and awareness of even, excuse me, in a place, understanding the awareness of exits and security and where you would go, and in a situation. Like, are you aware of all these things? Do you even have an understanding of awareness of that? Are you mature enough to even think that way? Like, it's really important that, are you able to protect her? Like, that's a big deal. So she can feel safe with you. She can know that she is loved because you're able to protect her, and she knows it. Like, again, she's going to know if you're starting to get to know a gal, and is she also aware of things? And can you come together even on those things of protecting herself, and you protecting her, and, protection of each other and your kids? Like, all these things matter. How will the household be run? What kind of order will you have? Like chores, planning, cleanliness, routines to keep the house clean. Who's going to take out the trash? Why is that his responsibility? Why is that her responsibility? Why is it that we can't share these things and just make sure that our home stays well organized, clean, developed? Because how we do anything is how we do everything. You have excellence in your home. You want to have excellence in your vehicle. You want to have excellence in your office. Like, you want to keep things clean, organized, and efficient. You'll have a well-run machine and a well-run situation when you choose to do those things and learn how to do those things. Maybe you don't know how to organize. Maybe you don't know how to plan and put things together. It happens, and it's real. So I get it. But are you working on that, on yourself, to where then you can actually utilize it and also contribute to a relationship, that you can bring that contribution as a man to that relationship of understanding the household order. And yep, I know how to cook. Yes, I know how to clean. I mean, my wife is super funny. She goes, anytime I know I want something really clean, because I do have a sense of like, if I'm going to do something, I want to do it right and with excellence, like I do. And so she's always funny. She tells everyone, if you ever need your vacuum cleaned really well, give it to Carlos. He'll clean it up. And it's true. I used to have a carpet cleaning business, developed one chem dry business, and that's one of the things we used to do for our clients when we'd go in is we would clean their carpets, but we would also clean up their vacuum because their vacuum can actually make their carpet dirty if it hasn't been cleaned in a very long time. And most vacuums aren't cleaned the right way in a very long time. To take it apart, clean up all the components, put it back together, and like a brand new vacuum cleaner. Well, why is that funny? And well, because that's a contribution that I bring. That I also, again, what I've learned over the years is how to clean and do deep down cleaning. She knows when I clean something, I like to clean it and get it really clean. So it takes me a lot longer usually to do something like that because I do go deep down in cleaning. So, and again, cooking. I don't mind pulling out a recipe. I took home ec in high school. I am not ashamed of that. I love to cook. I don't cook that often, I'll be real. But now she and I, as our roles and responsibilities have evolved, and she's more active in our businesses and being a CEO, co-CEO of our businesses. Guess what? I do cook often, a little more often than I used to. And again, we take turns to cover each other, to fill in the gap as needed. Do you even have that skill and ability? Well, I can make ramen or mac and cheese. Can you follow a recipe? Can you follow a system and ingredients and know get those ingredients and put it in and make a meal and make it tasty and yummy? Like you have that ability. You do have the ability, but are you willing to work on it and build that skill? You got to make time for it. And then it makes a powerful contribution to that relationship. When you make her a special meal on a special day, or you cook, like for me, it's our tradition has been like every Saturday, day of rest, typically I will cook breakfast. I'll make a nice brunch, usually omelet or some kind of eggs. I love doing it. I'll take some of the leftovers in the fridge from the week and make either some kind of omelet with it or something it's something I enjoy. And our family knows that I do that. Our kids know that. Like if they come over on Saturday for brunch, they know I'm going to cook something. And it's interesting. My son Mateo has started to do that as well. So again, because most of the time, all week long, I'd work, but now again, roles and responsibilities have shifted, and Chantel is doing a lot more of that with me in the office. We're working together in the office, so then again, we share that responsibility of taking turns on cooking at times, and plus we have different appointments with clients because we have multiple companies. So the household order. How about family leadership? The kids, discipling, discipline, working with those kids, or maybe even as a couple, discipling people in life in general. If you don't have children, or maybe you do have children, you do both. Training, education. What kind of school do you want them to go to? Private school, public school? What kind of habits and things will you have for your children? What kind of discipline? Are you going to do timeout? Like Chantel just did a call with the women and the benefits and of timeout. Like a lot of people don't know that. Like either their kids are throwing fits and getting away with everything. And there's no discipline, or they're disciplining with going straight to like, okay, you're gonna get a swat or a spanking or something, like they have that as their discipline. They go to that. And again, it's interesting because the discipline of timeout is super powerful to help them to learn self-discipline, self-control, mastering the emotions, and taking time to stop and think about it. Like we live in such a busy, fast-paced world, and we've got all these kids too that are out there that are stimulated, and younger kids are stimulated, all this stuff going on, loads of information, right, and lots of energy. We have to get them to stop, sit quietly. You're 6 years old, okay? 6 minutes, you're going to sit there for a timeout because you chose to not honor. We talk about hops: honor, obedience, patience, self-control. This is a training that we do with our legacy clients and their family and their children, and help them with their children to have great self-discipline to master their emotions and to have patience, right? Like that's a huge thing. Patience and self-control go together. Really, they're very powerful skills to learn and teach your children. They can do it. And to teach them to honor and have obedience. Like this is powerful and they can do it. And using that language as parents in what you want them to do instead of criticizing for what they're not doing and tell them all the things they're doing wrong. No, tell them all the things they're doing well and tell them what you want them to do. I want you to honor. I want you to obey. I want you to have patience. I want you to have self control and master those emotions. Like hops, hops, hops. Like it's a powerful training that we have an acronym. And why am I telling you this? Because this is family leadership. Are you going to have something to teach your children that you both agree on? You thought it was just, oh, I just get married and we have sex. Like, oh my goodness. And we start, hanging out, bro. No, it's a whole lot more than that. I promise you that. And don't go in naive. You go in prepared. But then, even that, if you're doing these things, you're going to be the most eligible bachelor on the planet. And every woman that is single will really enjoy wanting to be with you and would be grateful to have you as husband. I promise you that. If you'll just listen, follow directions, and do these things and prepare for these things and learn the skills that it takes for this. Family leadership is a big one. How are you going to discipline them? And how are you going to discipline yourself, your mouth, your mind, your actions too? Because they're going to do what you do. So don't think that you can tell them to have hops and you don't have hops. Come on now. All right. Communication, like hard talks, honesty, conflict resolution. Do you have any of that? We have triggers to triumph, and it's powerful. It's beneficial. We have 3 core activities that we do. Epic 30 helps you to have confidence. It helps you to have good communication. Helps you to be committed, flexing that muscle. It's a daily activity. 30 minutes. Epic 30 every day, every day, every morning. We do it 5 days a week. Some of our clients do 7 days a week in the beginning. We tend to take off the weekend for family connection and also for rest on Saturday. And again, so 5 days a week, just like our work schedule and our work routine, our work or school routine, right? You got a routine, you got a schedule. We put a schedule where our Epic 30 is in it, where we're connecting. Why is that important? Because that's part of family connection. That's part of good communication. That's part of being proactive instead of reactive. Because most couples are reactive. And then guess what? What happens is if they're reactive, then they're just reacting to the situation and they are arguing all the time. But if you're proactive, you're constantly building that connection time through Epic 30. And then you have MVP because most arguments and fights and frustrations come from lack of confidence in who you are, man. Seriously. So you need to work on your MVP. You can go over to epicyourlife.com and all that stuff is for free. We have the processes to do this. Or you can go to Epic Your Life Community on School. It's geared for legacy and couples and people that are engaged. However, if you want it, you can. But the best place for you as a single that has the holistic program and also includes the MVP, also includes Triggers to Triumph, also includes instructions on Epic 30, the 3 core activities that we teach people and say, do this and do it for life. Get really good at it. Is that over there in that community, single to married on school.com. Single to married. Go check it out. I'm serious if you're single. And anyways, intimacy and connection is part of it. Learning what does it look like to pursue her and to continue to pursue her, give her love and affection and loyalty. And that's a weight, by the way. That's part of the yoke and carrying and yoking together and knowing how to get in sync with each other is to be intimate. Again, I'm not teaching this and telling you to do this before marriage. I don't believe in that. I believe it's best if you save it for marriage. I believe that's why a lot of younger couples are not married because she gave it to him and now they're living together and she gives it to him all the time. Like, seriously, that's the truth. You want a next level of commitment? You want a ring on it? Stop giving it up. Like, it's true. And see how long it takes for him to marry you. Or he'll kick you out and then it wasn't commitment, anyways. Right? That's sad. But it's real. Women, speaking to you right now, men, you should be putting a ring on it. You should go to the next level. I'm shooting on you. Yes, my wife says never shoot on anybody. But I'm telling you, come on, step up, put a ring on it, get married, get committed, get that document because she will appreciate it and shows your level of dedication and covenant. Get that covenant settled and together. It's a very powerful process. Stay focused and know that it is beneficial to do these things. All right, because that's connection, that's affection, that's healthy, that's love, that's pursuing her, that's making love to her, that's having date night. It's really amazing and it's epic when you do it well and you pursue it well. All right, vision. They have direction, goals, and initiative. Are you doing this now, men? Do you know what your vision is? Do you know what your mission is and what you want? Where you're going? Where you're headed? What direction? That she would want to join you in this. Is it clear? Your mission, your vision. Again, this goes back to MVP. Seriously. Don't marry potential men and even women. Like, this is a message for both of you. Marry patterns. Marry someone who is committed and working on themselves, committed, teachable, and coachable. Seriously, that's who you want. And so, again, that's why I always tell the man, just by being in the single to married school group, you have stepped up tremendously because that shows that you want to start working on yourself. You're teachable and coachable. So I'm here just to encourage you, man. What are you doing to start developing your skills to where you can change diapers? Seriously. Do you know how to sew something up? If something gets torn, could you put a new button on? Seriously. Like, I learned all these things in home ec and I'm super grateful. I even know how to run a sewing machine. Not that I ever have run a sewing machine since high school home ec, but it was beneficial to understand how it works and how to do it. If I needed to do it, I could. Like, I could sew things by hand, and I probably utilize that many, many times. I have in my life over the years, whether it's a hole or a button that I need to sew on. Like, again, some men are like, "What? I just buy something new, bro. I just buy it." Okay, whatever. Again, can you contribute to your relationship, to the marriage? That's what a good woman will marry. That's what a good woman is looking for, and that's what you as a man should be looking for in a good woman as well. Good man looks for that in a good woman, that she is teachable and coachable. She is ready to go after her dreams and goals with you. Like, it makes for an epic life. Whoop, this up here, epic life when you do that. Okay, where are we at with our comments here? Let me check on my appointment. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna bring this to a close now and join back on with Chantel in a little bit. Um, but conversations you can have, man, as you're developing your relationship and starting to date her and starting to find someone to date and connect. Like, step one is having the confidence I get to communicate with her and then be willing to have dates and go to coffee, get to know her, ask those questions, and then yeah, those conversations about the home vision, money, home, and about conflict and roles and responsibilities, conflict resolution, how to raise the children, what does that look like? If you can talk about these roles, you're ready to build a home. If you can talk about how you're able and willing to contribute, I'm telling you, you're ready. You're mature enough to have an epic marriage and an epic life. So singles, this is very important for preparation. This is very important for you to develop the man that you are by learning some skills in becoming more confident in communication commitment. However, that's just the beginning. When it comes to roles and responsibilities, step up, connect, and know that the yoke is super powerful to do that. Man, there's so many silly comments on YouTube. But thank you for those that are participating and a part of this. Jesse, thank you. Here we go. He says some of the comments make me wonder what was smoked or drank or shot up. I agree. Oh my goodness. Hey, but as long as they're not inappropriate and absolutely weird, I'll leave them because it helps for the algorithm. You need to show me how to do that. Clean my vacuum cleaner. Yes, Phyllis. Bring it over. Come for a visit and bring your vacuum. I will. I'll show you how to take it apart. I wouldn't mind an honest Amish off old fashioned lifestyle. There you go. I like that. See, there's a good comment. I'm 54 from Holland, but in Spain, I wouldn't mind an honest Amish old fashioned lifestyle. Well, yep, we are the Amish Matchmakers. We can help you find an Amish. Uh, let's see. I guess you didn't say whether you're a man or a woman, but I assume you're a man. Help you find a good Amish woman. There's a lot of good ones out there. Homeschooling. Yep, that's a topic, Phyllis, of course, for decisions on what you're going to do for your children. Are they going to homeschool? Are they going to go to public school, private school? These are all decisions you make in a relationship, in marriage, and developing a legacy. So thinking about those things now and being the man that has a plan and that will take action on it, super powerful. Super powerful. You're new here, by the way. Welcome. Thanks for being here. We are the Amish Matchmakers. I'm going to bring it to a close now and connect with a client that is now available. They messaged me, but we are the Amish Matchmakers. We help singles to find godly spouses, create epic marriages, and develop a legacy that is rooted and founded in freedom, faith, and above all else, love. You're in the right place. If you want to learn about relationships, we are the best. Seriously, we've done the work, a lot of work, and we continue to do the work. We continue to get better. We continue to prove it over and over and over, and relationship all the way around in marriage, with our children, and even with people that we work with, people that we're in business with, companies that we're developing. Relationships matter. So I really want to encourage you to plug in, hit like and subscribe for this channel and the notification bell so that whenever whenever we go live, you'll get a notification, and we would be glad to bring some awesome content about relationships. So do it. Go hit that bell. And thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the growth of this channel. It has been growing more in January of 2026 than 2025 combined. Like, we've seen growth on this channel, our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, a lot more activity, a lot more followings and followers. It's awesome. Thank you. And we'll continue to bring it. We'll continue to bring some information and conversation that will be beneficial for you to find the one, keep the one, and make it epic. Love is super powerful and super beneficial. God bless you. Have a great day. We'll see you later on in a little bit with Chantel. So hit the